South Korean e-commerce Coupang just IPO'd last week. Share price is sitting at $50 per share just now, and today I want to share my views. To make it even better, I'm going to compare it with a very popular stock called SE Limited on how SE and Coupang are souping it up in Asia. Hello, welcome back to Family Investment. Today I want to speak about this new IPO debut called Coupang. And to make things interesting, I just want to mix it up with SEA Limited just to see how they fare out in the competition in Asia, or is it a real competition? So Coupang is known as Amazon of South Korea, but in fact, to be honest, if you look into detail, it's not really Amazon. They've beat Amazon like paper pulp. They're not just selling stuff that you can see online, but they're doing Instacart, they're doing delivery, they've got their dawn delivery, their rocket delivery, where you can purchase something at midnight and get it literally the next day. And that's how Coupang is different from everybody else. The Koreans are really revolutionizing how e-commerce should be done. So let me kick off with some stats, because $50 per share for Coupang today on like the third days of trading, does it mean anything? No, but let me compare it with a contrast of SEA Limited, a very popular e-commerce store right in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, Brazil and Mexico. So how is this Coupang just locally in South Korea compared to the mega giant SEA Limited? So let's start off. $235 per share on SEA Limited, $50 per share on Coupang. Doesn't mean a single thing. But if you look at the capital, SEA Limited is worth $110 billion today at the current share price. Okay, and Coupang's after IPO is $86 billion. The multiples, sales price per revenue sales, SEA Limited is 27 times. That's quite a lot. Coupang themselves is only 7.5x. It's only local to South Korea. It's in second place. It's thinking about expanding more because the compound annual growth rate for e-commerce in South Korea is 10% a year, and potentially we still could see a lot of growth ahead up to 2025. But in terms of revenue growth, because that's what we like, revenue growth, we don't look at P ratio because both companies are not making profit. So revenue growth for SEA Limited in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic, 101%. Okay, 101% growth, and Coupang not far off at 90% revenue growth. These both are hyper growth stocks. They are exploding, and 2021 forecast is not far off as well. And then in terms of expenditure, SEA Limited is about 2.6 billion on expenses, same as Coupang, 2.6 billion. But what's even scarier is Coupang's revenue for 2020 is $12 billion. SEA Limited may be expanding in many countries, but the revenue was only $4.5 billion. That's a huge difference. A company that's set up in one country making $12 billion revenue, being second in the country, and SEA Limited with so many multiple countries, 10, 12 countries under their belt, and also gaming, and they're only generating 4.5 billion and the same amount of expenditure. It's just something you think about. Finally, South Korea's population is only 56 billion, which they're serving, and their focus for the next few years in South Korea. Unknown whether they're going to expand overseas, but SEA Limited is just going to Mexico and Brazil. And the population in combination, it could be up to 2 to 3 billion people that could be served by SEA Limited, but for Coupang it's 56 million just now. So we're sitting here thinking, what is going to be the difference in the next few years, and which one is a better investment? So now, because we don't have much technical data, all we have is just the overall revenue, sales and expenditure for 2020, 2018 up to 2016. So what we can do is to talk about the fundamental value. Okay, fundamental value to see how different they are from Amazon to SEA Limited to Etsy and everybody else. Okay, so let's start off the founder of Coupang. Coupang is founded by Bom Kim. What an amazing name, Bom Kim. Imagine walking up to the pub and say, "Bom's here." Maybe it wouldn't turn out well in certain pubs, but an ex-Harvard dropout. But it doesn't matter if you drop out of Harvard, because this 43-year-old man, he's actually 3 years older than me, has managed to secure funds back in 2010 from Mayumashi-san. And Mayumashi-san's investment of $2 billion from his Vision funds is now worth $26 billion, or $28 billion. That's me mistaken, $28 billion. And it's been years that Coupang has been almost taken over by Amazon, and folks were trying, Rakuten was trying to buy them, but they managed to stand on their own 2 feet, IPO through private and personal Vision fund, and now they're standing on 2 feet and now worth $86 billion and still going. And not only that, they are focused in South Korea market. There's still no news about expanding overseas. South Korean market is looking at a $128 billion market in South Korea, expanding to $206 billion. So there's almost 2x left in 2024 with a compound annualized growth rate of 10%. So Bom Kim is actually focusing, trying to expand even further, making even better. And this final fact is really important, okay? So the typical lockup period for an IPO is 180 days. Same for Coupang as well. But Coupang has some special condition. So for employees who have held their shares for many, many years, for the duration, they can sell their shares after 6 days. So the employees at Coupang could sell after 6 days as long as it is above the IPO price of $35. So fine, definitely going to be above 35 and there'll be people selling. And because it's grown so much multiples, I'm sure if I was an employee of Coupang, I would be selling my shares to buy properties in South Korea. And what makes it even better, some certain investor, initial investor, after 12 days, they could sell their shares as well. Maybe some limited 10, 5, 15%, as long as it's 33% above $35 per share. So we need to look at this 6 days, which is around about end of this week and also about around end of next week to see whether there's any fluctuation in the price. So we need to see how it falls, and perhaps some institutional investors might be grabbing some of these market shares. So Coupang is not an Amazon. Coupang has expanded, has been even better than Amazon. I think Coupang is one of the e-commerce store that's even better than SEA, that's even better than everyone else. They've set up a logistics structure which is not far from people's house. I think it's every 7 or 10 mile radius, there's a Coupang logistic delivery spot. But what as investors we're more interested about is how will Coupang go overseas? How will Coupang expand? How much does it take to build this logistic structure? But one thing's for one, Coupang's journey for the next 6, 12, 18 months will be a straight run ahead for growth. With this IPO money coming, they just want to get better. They want to go to rural areas. They want to expand. They want to make Korea like a hub of e-commerce logistics. They will be shutting a lot of local stores. They'll be shutting a lot of supermarkets going down this rate. So as initial investors, I think Coupang easily should go from between 80 to 100, 120 billion. But after that, we need to really think how much more can they expand. But their growth story is something that's so interesting that all of us will be watching. Same as SEA Limited as well, another giant. But will Coupang and SEA eventually become rivals, fighting for the same region? Maybe they start off with Taiwan, maybe they start with Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand. Why? Because these are more populous countries. So it's something that we need to watch out because there's so much market economy that still needs to be grabbed in Asia region alone, outside of China. So I hope you like this presentation of what I've displayed today. Please do click like or subscribe. Hopefully to see you more in future videos. Again, you can join me in Discord and also on my Patreon if you want to follow me closer and work with me. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please press the bell button. Ding dong. Finally, watch the recent video up here.